Dear respectable Thai brother and sisters, and dear beloved community, I'm Aya from Japan. I became a student again to study what makes us happy. But in reality, I have suffered from an inferiority complex since I became a student again, comparing myself to much more younger educated classmates, such as a fear of aging, a fear of not being incompetent, and a fear of not doing anything as a member of society. I try to understand it's okay to be to live my own life as just a way I am, and take a small steps as possible as I can. But it's sometimes very difficult to live at a moment, and I feel like I can't understand what is living at a moment and what is an interbeing comfortably, even though I read Thai's books and tried to concentrate my breath. So could you give me some advice to deal with these my obsessive thoughts?
Dear Thai, the community, dear friend, usually when we have something we suffer, we try to invest our energy in it with our good intention, but somehow we feeding it and making it worse. We go around and around and around and around, and we don't enjoy anything else. We don't enjoy ourselves, and that is a little bit pity. And the Buddha is teaching us the practice of dwelling happily in the present moment. In fact, we are already complete. We are full. We can be ourselves, but we enter are. The fresh air and us, we enter are. So we are not only this body, but we are the body of the trees as well. So allow ourselves to be in the present moment, to be here and now, and to be in touch with the wonders of life, including our body. Our body, if you look at this hand, coming from Japan, what color of your hand do you have? And if you looking at your hand coming from America, what color? Or from Europe, from Africa, what color do you have? We embody our ancestors. We don't lack anything. We are full of our ancestors. So by enjoying ourselves deeply, we enjoy for our ancestors. So we don't have to add more. And unfortunately, our collective human way of living is we don't feel we are complete yet. We need to look for more. And that is exactly the suffering that the Buddha has discovered. And he teaches us, oh, enjoy the present moment, enjoy ourselves, enjoy life deeply. I have arrived, I'm home. In the here, in the now, I'm solid, I'm free. In the ultimate I dwell. In the reality of interbeing we dwell. In the peace within us we enjoy. So the practice is simple, it's very concrete, but you need support. At home, if you have friends practicing the same, it will be wonderful. So you need to connect with Sangha members in Japan, and they are growing now. And the brothers and sisters, the fourfold community are going to Japan, supporting yourself. So you need a spiritual family to support you. And your ancestors, our ancestors have been practicing this practice already. It's not us starting this practice. So call them, ask for their support, practice with them. It makes it easier than try to struggle, because that struggle has the element of a separate self. And again, we create more suffering because of that idea of a separate self. So call for our ancestors. Ask for their support. They are here. Yeah. And on our turn, we can support our so-called people we feel competing with. A good football player, in terms of football. Nowadays, it become a team football. Nowadays, the defense is so strong. So you cannot go through the defense easily. You need to operate as a team. So when you can practice well, you support those who need support, and you make themselves turning into your Sangha. So by doing like that, you practice the inside of interbeing, and they become your companions. They support you and you support them. You become a team. And so you spread that spirit of team spirit. And that way of operating, you see it in life everywhere. The bees, the flower, and so on. So it's nothing new. Make use of that, and our earth become more and more beautiful. Some suggestion. Thank you. I would like to ask my sisters and brothers to add.
Dear Thai, dear community, so I just have perhaps some more words, slightly different words for very similar insight that Thai Pháp Ứng is sharing. And I think when we suffer from like low self-esteem, our society, modern society, assumes that the solution to that is to get more self-esteem, right? And to build that up. But this is what Thai Pháp Ứng was saying, this is still based on the idea that I'm separate self. And so I think we need to build up not separate self-esteem, right? The sense that we are a part of life and we are a part of the world, and full of our ancestors, as he said, you know. And with that sense, you don't have to prove anything, right? It's all done. It is complete already. And that eases that pain of feeling less than. Or similarly, people who feel more than with arrogance, they also suffer the same suffering, right? And this is a kind of medicine that can treat both of these, and even the equality complex, that we are the same as everyone. We are still a self that's the same as the other selves. So we have to open up the boundaries of the idea of who we are. But I think also your question speaks to most of us in the modern world in terms of the mind is so busy and it moves so quickly and it obsesses over things so much, and we as a society, modern society, are very lost in that. And this is not your suffering alone. See, there we also have interbeing, even on the suffering. And the many ways that we practice in Plum Village to come home to ourselves is a kind of calming down. The first thing that popped into my mind when I heard you say that, I wanted to ask, is there a woman here who's a massage therapist? Because after this Q&A, you can come and just give her a shoulder rub, and while you get your shoulders massaged and you feel yourself, right? You don't think about yourself, you feel yourself. So you can turn off, you practice to be breathing in, I am aware of my body. Breathing out, I am releasing tension. Don't worry about the tension in your body. The massage will take care of that. You're releasing the tension in your mind, and you can cry it out, you can let it go. But to feel yourself embodied and whole, that is a very important practice for all of us who are living in the busy world now, because so many hours of the day we actually come up out of the body and we operate only mentally, right? And we need to feel again what it is to be here. Sister Gina, I think it was, in her talk earlier in the retreat, she spoke about the layers of consciousness, and the layer of mind consciousness on top has in it eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, right? Holding that space in the middle. And every one of those sense doors gives rise to feeling, to an impression of what is actually happening right here, right now. But we get disconnected from that, and we live only in the sense, the part of mind consciousness which is the thinking, right? So slow that down enough to feel again. Feel what it is to see and look at beauty. Feel what it is to listen to the sounds of the world, to smell and taste and touch and be touched. Yeah, like that. Yeah. You know, even the monastics, they give each other a lot of shoulder rubs to help them let go of some of the mental energy of those deep states of meditation. Yeah.
So just briefly, one more comment. You are studying at the university or something like this? Yes. I work in a university, and I just want to acknowledge that there are so many aspects of the way the university works in most countries that support separation and comparison and so on. So your suffering is a manifestation of what I would call a problem somewhere else. And so when you are able to practice, like brothers and sisters have shared here, then you are helping to revolutionize the university. Good luck.